We've had Panasonic for almost 20 years now.
I think the best answer is as the company began to grow, we need somebody to grow with us. You know, they started with obviously their first store and up to 27, but we needed something. It was a function of two things: our growth, and then the local rep that we were dealing with. We were just having a tough time with to a certain degree.
I think time management, just able to access information at a faster pace, and be able to analyze those numbers and react to them. They're able to focus more on the business, being on the floor, running the restaurants now, and having the numbers and the capabilities to use those numbers to make reactions to the store and improve operations. Last year we went to the inventory system on the SBO net, and it has improved our food cost, a little over 1%. But more importantly, I think for us it's the access to analyze those numbers and react to them, and to have that capability has been more beneficial to us than anything. And I think for us, we were more of a mom and pop organization, pencil and paper, trying to gather those numbers sometimes on a weekly or nightly basis. You didn't get those numbers as quickly as you wanted to react on them. And I think the one thing it is, for us as supervisors, or my supervisors, they used to go when a new item was added. They were going store to store to store to add those items to the POS system, to organize everything. And the one thing Dumac's done for us is it's alleviated that pressure off of my people. They're able to now focus on the operations rather than to drive location to location to location to fix problems, and to get those numbers in a fast, effective manner to analyze them has paid off hugely for us. It just changes, again, it changes the business for us, and it changes the quality of life for the people that work for us, and again, the bottom line is it's making us money on the bottom line. The benefit of having those tools, it makes me feel better as an operator knowing I'm giving them every tool necessary to be successful. They have to still go out and perform and be successful, but it's definitely not from lack of tools with this system.
It's seeing the information more timely for us to make more informed decisions. That's basically what it comes down to. Us being able to look at the detail, whether it's the accuracy of the payroll records, food costing numbers that we're looking at, because it's very simple in this business. Anybody's in, quick serve business, and I've learned this from the corporate side, is you control payroll, you control inventory, you make money on it. We're already reaping the rewards from that. The food costs are an indication of it. And I would just call it more generically, it's a heightened awareness. And I want to touch on one more thing, what implementing computers and going to Dumac has done for us. The integrity of the information we get. Before we embarked on this venture, I know when I first came with the company, people would fill out by hand manual recaps, and that was off the register Z reports and tapes, and do that. Now that was by hand, so you were trusting that manager. Imagine taking that information, putting it into the corporate office, keying that information in each morning into a series of spreadsheets to get your numbers. Now that information is coming directly from the register system. There is no manipulation or potential manipulation of that data. It is what it is. Knowing that you are holding our hands, getting that information from the stores to our office, and that I don't have to worry about how that whole process per se takes place, but obviously just wanting to know what the end result is. That's critically important, because as we grow, it's just something that it just kind of happens automatically. So working with us, doing this customization is certainly a great benefit, and it's on behalf of the ownership, I will tell you they're very pleased with that. What used to take one of the people, and sometimes me when I was doing it, 2.5 hours to do every day. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
now we have somebody that's not only behind the scenes doing all the things that were layers to me and my operations people, but they're resolving those things in a fast, efficient manner where I don't have to worry about those. And so for the communication of my people back and forth, I used to be on the phone for hours in a day sometimes about POS or something involving our register, our back house, and again, Ben mentioned time is money. Well, for me, it's the same thing. I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's communicated through me, but I'm not the key guy fixing it. I'm not the key guy operating it behind the scenes, and it's just, well, you can ask my wife. My life's a lot easier.
It was saving us 10 hours a week in processing time. 500 hours a year times whatever rate you want to say that person's applying at is fine, but there's a double return there. Not only are they not doing that, they're getting other work done. So it's really double that rate when you're talking from an economic standpoint. So certainly the financial side of just the reports alone have saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. Add on top of that the aspect that, part of the reasons we really went into this is to dive into the inventory part. For us, and due to our size, 1% could mean $250,000.
Absolutely.
And guess what? We've achieved 1%. We knew that if we just got a simple return, literally tenths of a point return, it was going to more than cover the cost of dealing with it. What we've since found is, quite frankly, we save more than that, and what you all help us with as part of the process, it virtually becomes a no-brainer. When I say a money standpoint, I kid you not, it literally could be saving us 6 figures annually.
So from an operation standpoint in the field, again, it's saved us thousands of hours over a year.
Two pluses for me that I've seen from where I sit with our company is, one, DWMAC being responsible for the, I call it the receipt of that information, upgrading it to the, your all servers and the SBO side, totally takes us from a technological standpoint. I don't need an IT person to worry about gathering that data. But specifically talking about when there is a problem or something happens like that, your exchange program, register goes down. They call, you all get a register, you send in there. We've ghosted, as the term goes, ghosted hard drives, change things over on computers. You plug and play a register in. We send in the old one to you. You either fix it and we depot it. There's been many times where the replacement equipment, which is essential, and I'm not the operations guy, but I think I have a full appreciation of this. Whatever you do to keep that register running, we get hit with a lightning strike at one of our stores. Mm-hmm. It zapped all kinds of our equipment. It actually happened almost 2 times in a row within a week or two period. Registers went out, printers went out, monitors went out, computer went out. I'm trying to remember what all it was.
PCD.
And the price confirmation display went out. And you all were there for us. It's good to know that when the brick wall does happen, when lightning strikes, literally, that's pretty good. When lightning does strike, you were there with the stuff, and that's important. I've had many smaller operators, especially the 1 and 2 unit franchisees that come on. You kind of just rubbing shoulders with them at the convention. Well, what are you doing about this? And I've dropped your name in the bucket. And being that I've probably evaluated 3 or 4 different systems, even what RVs use corporately, what you all provide is certainly, I generally say, sometimes it may be more than enough. It just depends upon how much of the detail you want to drill down to. But at the end of the day, the owner wants to know, what's the cash in my pocket? What was my food cost run? What was my payroll? Along with other business things. Your system easily provides that information, literally, at the touch of the fingertips, literally at the touch of my iPhone.